The beautiful moment Yu Long held his baby for the first time. Young Mei Mei's unseen footage shocks everyone. There are moments in the world of entertainment that feel larger than life. A blockbuster film premiere, a wedding announcement, an award show triumph. But sometimes the most unforgettable moment is not on a stage or a screen. Sometimes it is quiet, intimate. That is exactly what happened when unseen footage leaked online showing Yu Long holding his newborn baby with young Mei Mei for the very first time. Fans across the globe are calling it the most emotional celebrity footage of the decade. And once you hear the details, you will understand why. The night of the leak. It was just after midnight when the clip appeared on a small fan forum. Only 30 seconds long, grainy at the edges, but real. The words, "for love, for memory," shimmered faintly in the corner. At first, people dismissed it as edited. But within an hour, young Mei Mei's team confirmed it. This was authentic, unseen family footage, captured on the day their baby entered the world. Within minutes, the clip had spread like wildfire. By morning, it wasn't just trending in China. It was trending everywhere. The first frames. A hospital room transformed. The footage begins quietly. A softly lit hospital room. Curtains drawn to let the morning sun spill across the floor. In the background, machines beep gently. The quiet hum of new life filling the silence. Young Mei Mei lies on the bed, her face pale but glowing, her hair messy but radiant. She looks exhausted, but her eyes, those famous eyes that have lit up countless dramas, are locked on one thing. The nurse carrying her baby across the room. And then, the camera shifts to Yu Long. A man frozen in time. Yu Long, known for his commanding screen presence, looks different. His broad shoulders are tense, his jaw tight. His usually confident hands fidgeting nervously at his sides. The nurse says softly, "Are you ready, Daddy?" He doesn't answer at first. His throat works, his chest rises and falls quickly. His eyes glisten. And then, slowly, carefully, he extends his arms. The baby is placed in his embrace. The first embrace. The moment is electric. Yu Long's entire body stiffens. For a split second, it looks as though he might crumble. But then he lowers his gaze. And the world shifts. His eyes meet the tiny face of his newborn child. His lips tremble. His breath catches. The camera captures everything. The tears pooling in the corners of his eyes. The way his hand shakes as he gently cups the baby's head. And then, almost in disbelief, he whispers the words that broke millions of hearts when subtitles confirmed them. "My little one. I've waited my whole life for you." Young Mei Mei's tears. The camera pans briefly to young Mei Mei. Her smile is faint, her body still weak, but her expression is radiant. Tears stream down her cheeks as she watches the man she loves transform before her eyes. She whispers, voice cracking, "Be gentle, she's yours now." It is a moment so tender that even the hospital staff can be heard quietly sniffling in the background. The first father-child connection. Yu Long bends forward, lowering his forehead until it rests against his baby's. His tears slip down freely now, dripping onto the blanket. The baby stirs, just slightly, letting out the faintest sound, as if recognizing the voice of the man who has been waiting for this moment. Yu Long lets out a laugh, broken and raw, clutching the child closer as if swearing silently to the universe that nothing could ever harm this tiny soul. The camera zooms in on his expression, smiling and crying all at once. Fans would later describe it as the most unguarded moment of his entire career. The internet in meltdown. When fans saw this clip, they couldn't hold back. One wrote, "This is not just a man holding a baby. This is a man meeting his reason to live." Another said, "I've never seen Yu Long so vulnerable. Fame stripped away. This is the real him." A third confessed, "I cried harder than I ever did watching one of his dramas. This is real love." Hashtags exploded across Weibo, Instagram, and Twitter. Hashtag Yu Long first embrace. Hashtag Young Mei Mei baby moment. Hashtag the most beautiful footage. Even people who weren't fans of Yu Long or young Mei Mei were swept into the storm, Admitting the clip felt universal. The raw, pure bond between a parent and a child. Celebrity reactions. A wave of love. The entertainment world didn't stay silent. A veteran director wrote, "I've directed countless emotional scenes, but none of them come close to the reality of this moment." A fellow actor reposted the clip with the words, "Yu Long has played heroes on screen, but this is the role of his lifetime." A global pop star, despite the language barrier, shared it with the caption, "I don't understand the words, but I felt every heartbeat." A new image of Yu Long. For years, Yu Long has been the picture of charisma. Confident, stylish, untouchable. But this footage shattered that image. Fans didn't see a superstar. They saw a man. Father. A husband. Someone vulnerable, someone overwhelmed. Someone completely undone by love. And for young Mei Mei, who watched from her hospital bed, it was confirmation of something she had always known. That behind the fame, behind the glamour, Yu Long's heart was pure. The closing frame, a promise. The final seconds of the clip show Yu Long pressing his lips gently against his baby's forehead. His voice, broken but steady, whispers one last line. "From now on, I live for you." The screen fades to black. And that's it. 30 seconds. But those 30 seconds have become one of the most talked about pieces of footage in recent entertainment history. The aftermath. A world united in emotion. In the hours after the leak, something extraordinary happened. For once, the internet wasn't arguing. It wasn't tearing people down. It wasn't obsessed with scandal. It was united. Across cultures, across languages, across time zones, people were sharing the clip, crying, editing it into tributes, writing poetry, creating art. Some fans said it felt like watching their own father for the first time. Others said it gave them hope for their future. Many admitted it healed something inside them they didn't know was broken. A legacy begins. The unseen footage wasn't just about Yu Long and young Mei Mei. It wasn't just about celebrity. It was about family. About the way love transforms us. And now, fans believe this moment will define Yu Long's legacy. Not his most successful drama, not his awards, not his fame. But this. The day he held his baby for the first time. The most beautiful role of all. In the end, the clip proved one thing. Yu Long may have played warriors, kings, and lovers on screen. Young Mei Mei may have portrayed heroines who defied all odds. But their most unforgettable role will always be the one captured in that 30-second unseen footage. Father. A mother. Family. And as fans replay it over and over again, one truth is clear. This is not just footage. This is love. Eternal, undeniable, unforgettable love. The city waits in silence. By early afternoon, whispers had already spread through the city. Rumors on fan forums claimed Yu Long's car had been spotted near a popular riverside park. Paparazzi scrambled, fans rushed, and within an hour, a crowd had gathered, waiting, hoping, breathless. Security tried to keep order, but the atmosphere felt different from other celebrity appearances. There was no shouting, no chaos, just quiet anticipation. As if the city itself knew something sacred was about to unfold. The arrival. At exactly 4 p.m. the moment came. A sleek black van pulled up near the park's entrance. The doors opened slowly. First, Yu Long emerged. Tall, protective, wearing a simple navy coat. His eyes scanned the crowd, serious but calm, before softening when he turned back toward the car. Then young Mei Mei stepped out, radiant in a flowing cream dress, her hair gently tied back. But all eyes were not on her. They were on what she carried. Nestled against her chest, wrapped in a delicate pastel blanket, was their baby. For the first time the world saw the three of them together. Family. A scene straight out of a drama. The crowd gasped audibly. Phones rose instantly. Some fans cried without even realizing it. Others clutched their chests, whispering, "She's here. She's real." Yu Long moved instinctively, wrapping one protective arm around young Mei Mei while keeping the other ready to steady the baby. His posture was calm but regal, like a king guarding his queen and princess. The sunlight hit them just right, illuminating their faces as they began walking slowly into the park. It didn't look like real life. It looked like a scene carefully scripted, perfectly shot, destined for history. The first public smile. As they strolled, the baby shifted slightly, lifting her tiny head just enough for the crowd to see her round cheeks and sparkling eyes. And then it happened. She smiled. A small, innocent, fleeting smile. But in that instant, hundreds of cameras clicked. The image of Yulong's baby smiling in her mother's arms while her father leaned down protectively beside them spread across the internet like wildfire. Fans called it the photo of the century. Fan reactions. An emotional eruption. Social media platforms melted under the weight of emotion. I never thought I'd cry over people I don't even know. But this feels like family. This isn't just a celebrity outing. This is history. Yulong's baby smiled at us. We are blessed. Some fans in the crowd confessed later that they had never experienced anything so moving. One young woman said through tears, "It felt like watching royalty, but better. Because it was love, not power, that made them shine." The paparazzi turned respectful. Normally, the clicking of cameras is frantic, invasive, chaotic. But on this day, something remarkable happened. Paparazzi lowered their voices. Some even stepped back to give the family space. Later, one reporter admitted, "I went there for a scoop. But when I saw them, I couldn't bring myself to be aggressive. It felt too pure, too beautiful to ruin." The family moments captured. As they walked deeper into the park, witnesses described intimate details that melted hearts worldwide. Yulong gently rocking the stroller as if the baby's comfort was the only thing that mattered. Young Mei Mei laughing softly as the baby reached out and clutched her necklace. The couple exchanging quiet smiles, the kind only new parents understand, the smile of exhaustion, relief, and overwhelming love. At one point, Yulong leaned down, kissed his daughter's forehead, and whispered something. Lip readers later confirmed it. "You are safe with me." The farewell. As the family prepared to leave, the crowd stayed silent. No pushing, no screaming, just respectful waves and whispered blessings. Before getting into the car, Yulong turned back to the fans, holding his daughter close. His voice carried softly but clearly. "Thank you for loving us and for loving her. Please, continue to protect her with us." The car door closed. The van pulled away. And just like that, the park returned to normal, except for the fact that everyone who had been there knew they had witnessed something history would never forget. The legacy of that day. It wasn't just a family outing. It was a royal parade without crowns. A love story without scripts. For Yulong, it was the confirmation that his most important role had just begun. For young Mei Mei, it was the world's embrace of the love she had built. And for their baby, it was her first step into history. And as the images continue to circle the globe, one truth remains unshakable. The world isn't just watching celebrities anymore. The world is watching a family. And if this story touched you, subscribe and share it so we can keep his memory alive together. A family that has already become a legend.